Yes, I told you guys I wouldn't be making a lot of videos this week because it's midterms week, but since tomorrow is MLK Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I decided that, I could push my schedule back a little bit so I can make some videos. Drum roll, please. Studying. I've been doing a lot of nerd videos lately because, I don't know, I have midterms, and I was confusing some people. Midterms are basically the same things as finals. I don't know how it is in other countries, but where I live, what we do is we have semesters. And semester, like say, take your whole year. Say I'm in 9th grade or grade 9 or whatever you want to call it. So if you take your whole year and you divide it into 2, there's 2 semesters. And marking periods, there's 4 marking periods. So 2 marking periods per semester, 4 per year, if that makes sense. So we get to take certain classes in one semester and then certain classes in the second semester. So all the classes we took first semester, we're having a final exam on them, but some people could call them midterms. Like in middle school we called them midterms because we had the classes all year round, but here in high school you can have them whenever you want. I need to get a good grade because sometimes your grades, if you're borderline, midterms can really boost it up because colleges really only see the final grade for the semester, not really like the final grade for the marking period, so that makes sense. So it's a really big deciding factor on whether I get an A in the class or a B in the class, and I'm trying to get that A in the class because A's are good, B's are okay, but A's are better. So yes, and I have pretty good grades right now. Like I have straight A's with a B and a C. The C's in math because I am so bad at math. Like, I'm getting a tutor for next semester so I can finally get an A because I've never gotten an A in math. And high school level, because I'm in geometry right now, and geometry sucks. Who cares about shapes? I do not care about shapes, okay? Smoke coming out of my ears, like... I have a few little tips for you guys on how I study because I guess you can consider myself having pretty good grades. I mean, I feel so pale at the moment, but I've kind of realized that I am pale and I just kind of have to deal with it. Oh, by the way, my shirt's from Charlotte Russe. It's really cute, but it's kind of low. It's kind of like off the shoulder and has ruffles on it. My necklace says Katy on it, and it's from mynamenecklace.com, and I'm going to be doing a review on that, but please go click the link in the down bar if you want to learn more information about that. I'll be putting up videos sometime this week. My eyeliner is actually for a tutorial, so don't pay too much attention. One side's thicker than the other one. This side is less thick than this side. I was just demonstrating different thicknesses, but I kind of like this one better. So I know my eyeliner's kind of mixed match, but I mean... whatevs. First of all, I love note cards. Note cards are my lovers. I like these ones. I like the colorful ones because colored note cards kind of makes it easier for me to study because I like colorful things when I'm, trying to do stuff that's really boring. I like to have something in there that'll make me have fun, which is colorful note cards. Yeah, there's 100 in there, so I got 3 packs, so I have 300 note cards because I need them for every single subject I have. I have a language arts, math, social studies, science, fitness for life, which is gym. Oh, yeah. And then I have fashion design and a Spanish. Is that my other... Spanish, and then, journalism. I'm in a journalism class. So the first thing I did was I went to my calendar thingy app I have on my Mac, and I set up a calendar, and I'll post a picture of it right here. Cards, and I'm going to classify each subject by color, or maybe not. I don't know how it's going to work out, but that's usually what I do when I study for individual tests. If I have 2 tests in one day, I'll do yellow and purple for one subject and red and blue for the other subject, because believe it or not, my tests are actually really big. I don't know, my high school might just be higher level. I have 50 question tests on a regular day basis, but my midterms are going to be 100, 150 questions, which is insane. Some of my classes are actually adding questions. The teacher was like, oh yeah, I thought it was too easy, so we're going to add questions. Who does that? Of my note cards, I usually use a big, a pen that doesn't really bleed, because I mean, if you're using a Sharpie and one side bleeds through, you can see the answer on the other side, which is always good for yourself. If your mom's quizzing you, I get my mom to quiz me, or my sister, because my little sister, she's 10, her name's Ashley, but she likes to get into the whole studying thing too with me. I don't know. She doesn't have midterms or anything like this, so she doesn't really know what to expect, but she helps me out. No one in my family is good at math, so I'm going to get a tutor, which is going to be great. I'm going to go to her house like one day a week. I hope that doesn't interfere with my sports and stuff, but we'll have to see. So the next thing I like to do is take post-it notes, and I usually, for midterms and finals like this, I go through my whole entire binder for each subject, and I post-it all the important papers, and I take all the important papers out when it's time to study, and I like go through it and make note cards of all the papers and just the key terms. I usually look through key terms and stuff and just put down things I don't know. If I know a term or know something, I'm obviously not going to make a note card for it. That's kind of stupid. Post-its that aren't the see-through kind, because those don't really stick very well. I don't really find. I like these ones. These note cards are about like $2 a piece, and then this is about $2 too. I had confirmation class this morning for church, so my dad just had me go run into Safeway, my local grocery store, and he gave me a $20 bill and he's like, go buy stuff. So I bought all this plus Raisinets, which is my favorite candy, because I love having candy to study with, because like usually what I do is I take like a piece of candy, and every time I get something right I eat that, and like if I don't get it right then I don't get candy. It's kind of like a way to reward myself. I don't know if that sounds kind of stupid, but that's just what I do. The next thing I do is for each class before midterms, like all that last week, I would take a notebook in, and that's my midterm notebook, and it's actually downstairs, and it's red, bright red, so I'll always know where it is, and I just take notes for every class, because usually my teachers will drop hints of what is going to actually be on the midterm and all the stuff like that, and just important things, because usually the days leading up to the midterms, they go over all the stuff that's going to be on it. They might not like mention that, oh, this will be on the midterm, but it's always good to write down stuff, so I just write down stuff in there. And also, before actually individual like quizzes and tests, not necessarily midterms, I do this, and this is for math, because usually it's really hard for me to study for math, like really bright pieces of paper. This is actually for formulas. This was a couple of weeks ago. I just made a paper and I put it all like on there, all the stuff I need to know, and I just put it in the front of my notebook, or like in the sleeve that's like see-through on the front of my binders in convex polygon, and I have a little bit of fun with it because I like being creative when I study, so I just made it all cute and highlighted and stuff. Actually letting us have a 3x5 card, so we get like a 3x5, which is this size. It usually says on here. So 3x5, and I get one of these, and I can cram all the information I need on there, and I can use it on my test. This is like CPCTC, which is corresponding parts, congruent triangles or equal congruent midpoint and distance. We don't follow our textbooks and where I go to school. Like most of my teachers are like, no, ditch the textbook. This is what's right, and the textbook is totally different. Don't follow it. But some classes, like I do take home the textbook, and I really, really need it. Because believe it or not, I hate the online textbooks. Like, some teachers have online textbooks, but I like kind of like being able to like lightly underline stuff. Obviously, I'll erase it, but still, like, I am a bad girl. Shh, don't tell anybody I write in my textbook. So I don't have to glance up at the screen, glance and write, and glance up, and you know. But yeah, so those are just a couple little tidbits of stuff I do to get prepared for tests. So yeah, thanks for watching.